Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk. What's good, y'all? Fisk Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the Fisk unit while you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. So check this out. Shout out to the Bengals. Not going to go in on the Bengals like I originally intended on doing had they lost this game, because let's call a spade a spade. Bengals have been underwhelming this season, and they're a Tua injury away from losing this game. If Tua plays, the Dolphins win. All right, Teddy Bridgewater was a disaster in this game. That pick he threw in the fourth quarter when they're driving, trying to hit Gesicki, was unforgivable. They were in the red zone the drive before that, inside the 5. He didn't make anything happen. He's Teddy Bridgewater. So, I mean, I'm not going to rip Teddy B, but for so much, because he's Teddy B. There's a reason he's been a career-long backup, but at the same time, there were plays to be made. And if he could have just stepped this game up for like one drive, all it would have took was one drive. He could just step his game up for like one drive and give his defense a chance to go after Burrow in that fourth quarter with the lead. A more comfortable lead, I should say, because they took a 1-point lead, but it's easier to play defense with a touchdown lead than a 1-point lead. So Dolphins were never able to get the momentum, and Joe Burrow came through, man. Jamar Chase came alive in the fourth quarter. Burrow had 2 back-to-back clutch drives in that fourth quarter, so kudos to him. But this team has still been underwhelming. This Bengal team looks sweet. They're not in the class of the Ravens, the Bills. They're not there. I don't think they're in the class of the Chiefs either. But, you know, we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. Obviously, Tua got bodied. Okay, fingers going all over the place. My man Tua out here looking like TK throwing up gang signs with his fingers all fucked up. But this is what the Dolphins get. As allegedly, Tua looked like he had a concussion last week, and they played him 3 days later. Looked like he had a concussion on Sunday, and they play him 3 days later on Thursday. So, karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch. Tua probably shouldn't have been playing in this game, man. He possibly could have just suffered 2 concussions in 72 hours. 2 concussions within 72 hours. You gotta feel bad for Tua. And as a Giants fan, I kind of feel the pain of Dolphin fans, because last year, Daniel Jones allegedly suffered his neck injury versus the Bucs. He got hit versus the Buccaneers, and that's where he suffered his neck injury. Joe Judge, coaching for his job, decides to play him versus the Eagles, and he aggravates the injury versus the Eagles, and we had to sit Daniel Jones the rest of the year because Joe Judge didn't want to sit him. You know, he got hurt. Joe Judge rolls his ass back out there like nothing happened. And long behold, the next game, kind of like Tua, karma don't wait too long. The next game, our quarterback gets hurt. So I kind of feel Dolphin fans right now when they're like, what the hell are you doing with my quarterback? Do you care about his safety, or like what are we doing? What the hell are we doing? So I sympathize with Dolphin fans. Just from a Giants fan perspective, I sympathize with you. Sometimes these coaches are assholes. And I said it before, I say it again. This is why the NFL doesn't want to give guaranteed contracts, because they want to continue to treat their players like shit. They want to be able to cut you when they feel like it. They want to be able to play you injured and not suffer any consequences. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. The NFL doesn't want to give guaranteed contracts because they want to be able to continue to treat their players like shit. In a league with guaranteed contracts, you can't just roll players out there when they're hurt and that player has to play, because like a lot of times in the NFL, and maybe even Tua, because Tua's kind of low-key playing for a contract his damn self. Tua might feel the pressure where it's like, you know what? I need that bag. Let me go out there and play. There's a lot of players in the NFL because the contracts aren't guaranteed who they hide injuries. They play through injuries and then they re-aggravate them because there's no guaranteed contracts. They know that money not guaranteed. So I know that's a little bit more of a tangent, but just looking at the big picture of the situation, NFL fucked up, bro. NFL fucked up. But Dolphins are now 3-1. They got the tiebreaker over the Bills, and had a tiebreaker over the Bills, and they got a tiebreaker over the Ravens. That's gonna be big later on in the season when they fighting for playoff seeding. So it is what it is. One loss ain't the end of the world. But that's it. That's all. Subscribe to the unit if you rocking with me. My name is Fisk Vegas, and I approve this message.